You know, I really need to start looking into the games I played beforehand because after finishing up The Walking Dead, I didn't want to play anything zombie related for like the next year. But of course, with my luck, this is a fucking zombie game. Before I start this time around, this video isn't going to look as good as my others because the footage I recorded got screwed up, so I had to use some gameplay I found on YouTube. And in case you couldn't tell, a recording of a recording just doesn't look as good. But shout out to this guy, I'll link his channel in the description. Thanks to him. This time around, we play as Juliet, and it's her 18th birthday, so it's with a clear conscience that I can say, she's bad. And look, I can already see some of your reactions, and you're probably thinking something along the lines of, my god, this dude's down bad. And all I have to say is, if you clicked on this video, you're no better than me, filthy degenerates. Anyways, Juliet goes on to do her daily routine, you know, bike to school, kill her zombified classmates, and kill her boyfriend. Oh right, this is Nick, by the way. Honestly, I don't know if I like his character. Like, he's funny at points, but other times he's just straight up annoying. Anyways, Juliet fucking decapitates this dude with no remorse. But since he's the main character's love interest, you already know nothing bad is gonna happen to him. Which turns out to be true, because apparently Juliet can use zombie hunter magic to somehow keep this dude alive as a head. All I have to say is, God, I'm jealous of Nick right now. He's living my dream. I'd give anything to be buried in the cheeks of a caked up white girl right about now. I've said too much, moving on. We save the school by massacring everyone in it, and once we're done, we find Morikawa. With his infinite wisdom, he tells us that, you know, shit happened, and a gate to the rotten world is the cause of all of this. But conveniently enough, the guy who caused this is right outside. And it's this guy, named Swan. He looks exactly what you'd expect an emo kid from the early 2000s to look like. And Swan did all of this because he's dying from an illness that I suffer from too. It's called Hollis syndrome. Oh yeah, and apparently he got made fun of in school or something. Anyways, Morikawa tells us the only way to stop Swan is to fight and kill his 4 evil exes. And lucky for us, the first one appeared right in front of us. This thing is called Zed, and the best way I can describe him is he's like Black Bolt in the new Doctor Strange movie, except he actually gets to use his powers. But not for long, because we divide that fucker in two and head towards the next boss. Oh, and Morikawa dies. No. We see a giant flying ghost ship with our next boss on it, and for some reason Juliet's older sister Cordelia is hanging on there, because, you know, why not? And like a good sister, she drops down a birthday gift for Juliet, which turns out to be a giant fucking gun, which we used to turn this Viking-looking thing called Vicky? However the hell you want to pronounce it doesn't matter. Anyways, we trickshot this fucker, which was a bad idea because he was keeping the ship flying, and we fall to our deaths. Or at least we should have, but since Juliet is the protagonist, of course she's fine. She's not going to die that easily. We landed right near Juliet's other sister, Rosalind. I honestly have a deep hatred for Rosalind. Not because she's a bad character, but because anytime she's involved in a mission, I take more damage to her than I do the fucking zombies trying to kill me. And as you would expect from a 16-year-old girl, Rosalind's driving around, crashing into everything, and just absolutely demolishes this farm. We finally managed to stop this menace, but somewhere along the way, she got kidnapped and replaced with the next boss, Mariska. And look, just hear me out. If she wasn't a zombie and didn't have those staples, she'd be kind of bad, alright? That's all I'm saying. God, I think I need therapy. Moving on, she dies, and Juliet's dad comes out of nowhere with a bike, and we go to save Rosalind together. Rosalind is being held in a building full of Discord mods, and at the top we find Jose, the villain from that one Disney movie with the frog. There, let's leave it at that. And just like those before him, he gets violated by her chainsaw, and we free Rosalind, reuniting the family. And as a family, they had to fight the last of Swan's exes, Lewis. I don't have anything special to say about Lewis. Not that it matters, because he caught a chronic case of death via chainsaw. Here it's very contagious nowadays. And finally Swan appears. And right as we're about to fight him, he fulfills every emo kid's dream and unalives himself, which unleashes the zombified spirit of Elvis. I wish I was kidding about this, but zombie Elvis is our final boss. And in order to defeat him, we sacrifice Nick. Nick has an out-of-body experience, which looks like he's dropping acid, but after that, he wakes up in the body of an old Asian man. And so they all head back to Juliet's house, where we get a tease for a sequel that never fucking happened. Arkham Asylum, that's coming out next week. And I might start a Patreon. I don't know. If I do, it's probably going to be in the description of this video or the next video. So if you want, just, you know, subscribe to that. Thanks.